Today in our walk, we are in Nehemiah chapter 11 and chapter 12. And through these two chapters, you see names and more names. That's kind of has been the case several times throughout this book. But in chapter 11, it simply lists those that had committed themselves to dwell in Jerusalem and would leave their home and move into the city there. And then also those that would remain outside in their inheritance, verse number 20. And in chapter 12, it gives a list of the priests and Levites thereof. And then beginning in verse number 27, going down through 43, you see them dedicating and praying, the priests and Nehemiah and all them getting up on the walls and thanking God, giving thanks unto God for what he has done. And then, of course, in 44 through 47, the remainder of the chapter there deals with the giving unto the work of God unto the people that were committed thereto. Now, a few takeaways that I want to give you in these few chapters. Number one, we see there in verse number 2 of chapter 11, and it says, "And the people blessed all the men that willingly offered themselves to dwell at Jerusalem." They blessed the men because they realized that there was something greater than them. They were willing to give up their inheritance to go and move into the city so that they might be a part of something great. And so they were blessed because they willingly gave of themselves and gave up their own interests for the betterment of the whole and for the cause of God. And also, another one of the takeaways is this book is a reminder, Nehemiah as a whole, but of course these two chapters, that, he takes great pains into listing all these names. And sometimes it's a pain to read all these names, but he takes great pains to list all of these names. And it's just a reminder to me that that's what God does. Listen, man might not recognize what you do for God, but God certainly does. God's writing it all down. God is taking names. And then lastly here, in verse number 43, this is one that I highlighted. And it says this is when they were dedicating giving their thanks unto God for what he's done in building the walls, building the temple. It says this, "Also that day they offered great sacrifices and rejoiced, for God had made them rejoice with great joy." And that just really that spoke to my heart to know that sacrifice and rejoicing go hand in hand. You're not going to sacrifice and then lament it. If you sacrifice anything unto God, let me tell you what, you will rejoice and it will bring great joy unto your heart. So that's what I have. God bless. Have a great day.